Today we're going to look at NATO. So NATO came into my December predictions, and you know that I'm not a political reader. Disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please use your own fact finding. So NATO, I want to see their energy currently right now, what they're up to. Remember in the December predictions, I mentioned them and who they don't want. There's an energy they don't want to piss someone off, but they want to report, they want to support a country. I feel like there's something brewing with them though, especially with their sense of not wanting to pee a certain country off. I feel that there might be a bubbling dynamic, so check that out. At present, NATO has 32 member countries. The countries called NATO allies are sovereign states that come together through NATO to discuss political scrutiny issues and make collective decisions by conscience. NATO was created by 12 countries from Europe and North America on the 4th of April 1949. Can I just say that date, 4th of April 1949, is extremely strong. Can I just add something up? I really feel they had an astrologist tell them to create and launch on that date. That date is very strong. I feel it's really, really strong. So I would say they had an astrologist to do that. I think we know that it's probably the first country to create it was America, okay? And it's got 32 countries. 1949, 12 founding members. 1952, the accession of Greece and Turkey. 1955, accession of Germany. 1982, accession of Spain. 1999, the first wave of the post-Cold War enlargement. 1999, that's not long ago. 2009, the accession of Albania and Croatia. 2017, the accession of Montenegro. 2020, the accession of North Macedonia. 2023, the accession of Finland. 2024, the accession of Sweden. Wow. So, on the 4th of April 1949, the foreign ministers of 12 countries signed the North Atlantic Treaty, also known as Washington Treaty, at the Department of Auditorium in Washington, D.C. At the time, its founding countries were Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, UK and US. We know that the US originally created NATO or came up with it, and then obviously the founding members. I really feel there was an astrologist that did this. It's very strong energy of whatever we get hold of, we will dominate and be able to keep stable our foundation and also make the change. There's a change number in there. Let's just see something. Yes. Yeah, they did use astrology. According to what I feel psychically, and the cards agree with me, they used astrology. With some major arcana, some cards I have to cover up a little bit of the I wasn't sure whether to say sexiness or nudiness, because it's a bit silly, but whatever. Let's look at NATO right now, their energy, okay? So a lot is brewing, and what I do want to say for the 2025 predictions, I will do separate parts, and I will do separate parts hopefully for certain countries that I know I've got subscribers from. But I would recommend that you watch most of them, because the reason I also don't want to do that is when I'm doing it, I get downloads. It's actually when I'm able to sit. Otherwise, apart from that, I'm going around and I just get downloads and I note it or something like that. You see the way I am, because until the channel brings me income or some form, I can't utilize my whole day meditating on this like other people that are making some form of income from the channel. You're able to give energy and time because there's something coming back, and we all need to make a living. I don't make anything off this channel, so it's always good to support if you like the content, but I get into the frame of it as well and get downloads while I'm actually recording. So also the US really has an implication on other countries, so there will always be a crossover. Okay, so NATO, we got a strong yes and an agreement with me on the astrology, but why did they come into place? Let's see if I can pick up anything from the cards. Obviously the tarot, it's not like an investigation or conspiracy deck. Apart from the things that I've mentioned. Wow. First card out. Second card out. Let's go. Two more. Oh, I said let's go, and the dog's like looking. Oh, we're going. Okay, so we have these three cards at the top. Okay, and then we get these cards, right? This to me speaks world domination. It speaks power. It speaks make sure that we've got our enforced boundaries in place. We act with love and partnership, and we build stronger allies with our alliances. I wonder if the world card will come out if I do a couple more cards. Okay, not the world, but the Hierophant, that's fine. It is for world domination. It is for world affairs. And I think it's for victory over all enemies. You know, all enemies, the victory. So that's why they were formed. These cards kind of say it, and it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Now, their date of what they have really makes them successful. That's why I was like, I think this is a very strong date. Let's get the energy of the date, you know, 4/4/1949. Is that anyone's birthday, by the way? Don't think you'll be watching me, but yeah. Is the High Priestess going to come out? The energy behind the date is selected. World domination, control, power, abuse of power is the main one with this. Communication, look at that, war. Action, this would indicate war for me. Take over, rule the world, world domination, the energy behind it. Queen of Cups. Victory over everything we do, and victory with our allies and alliances. Okay, let's look at what are their energy is at the moment. What are they up to? You know, they're a bit, I don't know, are they a bit quiet? I feel them a bit quiet, but it might just be because I don't really watch news. I don't know politics. they are planning something, and I felt it, right? There's something bubbling, right? Whether it's kind of building somewhere with their alliances, whether they're building kind of tunnels, trenches, looking at their nuclear weapon, making sure they're all in working order, focusing on war zones, that countries that are actually weak at the moment and feel that are weak and not able to act or branch out, and also power over something that is new, and possibly I feel like this might be a powerful country as well. A country that might be causing quite a bit of deceit and hidden strategies, especially when it comes to finances. Like in the background, they're making hidden monies, they're dominating, and I feel like this could be their focus. This is their focus, which takes me to who could they be focusing on. I think the plot is going to thicken here. I think there's going to be a lot of conspiracy energy, and the plot is thickening. There's something coming up. Let's look at the near future. So let's look at the first half of 2025. I will be doing a Middle East read, which will obviously include the Western powerful states, the states that are usually, so it's also, even though it might say Middle East or it might be part of the world predictions, it will include probably the US or the UK. So they're my two main subscribing countries. The future, what are they planning in the near future? Let's see, in 2025. You can't tell me they're not focused on an overseas country. And they're holding on to that thought of something, but I don't think they're fully looking at it in the right way. They need to look at something in a different way. They're at a pausing point. They're not seeing something very clearly, and at the moment, although they're at a pausing point, there is going to be a point where they are going to charge forward. Let's just ask something. Let's say, because I was thinking, is it the first 6 months? And I think I want to do it in a different way. Because I think by March they will be gathering of having had their alliance meetings, but also saying their focus is these countries, okay? We could see the main movement coming after April. The power around May. So I think they are moving forward. Come on, good boy. There is a focus on Russia. Allegedly, my opinion. There will be a focus on Russia. So that means maybe they're talking about it right now. Is Russia not part of NATO? Is it not one of the 32 countries? Let's just pull cards on Russia for a minute. Do you know what? Also, I think Russia will retaliate given Ukraine attacking, or is attacking, or will be attacking. I'm not up to date, but I am getting that. So there is, Russia is on their mind. Does anyone know, is Russia part of NATO? Do I have to go through those 32 countries? I can't see it being part of NATO given what, some energy of them being in focus, unless the whole peeing them off. What did I want to say? I think there's going to be deadly war situation given from NATO. I'd say you will see signs of it March, April, May. Like, if it's not deadly war situations, like war situation that we see. So, okay. Russia during that time, so the early part of next year, is going to be a bit phased. I think they're going to have issues with their own administration. I wonder if some people are going to be sticking it out, but they're not really in it. But there's issues with the administration here, internally, and possibly with their leader. They just can't see eye to eye. There's turmoil here happening with their administration. Do you know what I want to ask quickly? Could Biden, Joe Blogs, be, you know, just he has the right, you know, until he's out, to do what he wants as a president. But, you know, sometimes they want to leave a bit of a mess, don't they? So will he have hands in creating a bit of chaos? Not necessarily a war, but with NATO, like whether it's ideas or something, just before he leaves. Show me. Yeah. We've got the Ace of Swords, new ideas, communication. A plan that might have looked like it's a long-term, great, solid plan is actually not built on a solid foundation. And it's to cause chaos. It's to cause obsessive power. It's just not a good energy. Okay, so we'll have to watch that. So that's what I have. Actually, you know what we can do? Let's see. A lot of people use astrology. Let's see if the Pentagon allegedly has used astrology for when they formed or created. Absolutely, yes, straight out of the box. I don't need to pull more. Okay. Peace sign, just so that the people are hidden. But yeah, they've used astrology. That will be for certain dates, for when they were created, etc. Very interesting, isn't it? I wonder what my read, how it will line up with astrology, I guess. So that's what we have on NATO. Is it on the brink of creating a war or a war-like situation? I think we need to see definitely around April, let's say mid-March, end March, April time next year, see what leaks we get. If there's not a very apparent deadly war-like situation or war situation. So that's what I have. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.